Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Adama space station. I gather this visit is because you'll be traveling through to the surface of Hoth.
Is there some kind of problem?
No, not at all. I am merely assigned to assist. I'll be scanning you so I can customize your cold weather equipment. Then I'll arrange your briefing. There we are. As you're on the VIP list, Lieutenant Halpern will brief you. He's in the theater. Good day.
Good to have you with us. The men were wondering if they'd get to see the VIP. Ostensibly, the conflict on Hoth is over salvage from a battle that happened above the planet. In reality, it is our trap for the Republic.
I hadn't heard anything about a trap on Hoth. Explain.
The fight with the Republic has lasted for years now. The objective on Hoth is not to end the battle, but to sustain it. We want our forces small and mobile, and while the Republic keeps chasing victory, we bleed them dry of personnel and equipment.
Hit and run. Not glorious, just effective.
Exactly. Why capture a base when you can force the enemy to spend credits defending it?
Sir, forgive the interruption. I brought by your survival equipment.
We were just finishing, Ensign.
This should keep your core body temperature up. When you're ready, report to a pilot in the shuttle bay for transport to the planet.
Colonel Vanis at Dawn Base will be waiting for you. Good luck down there.
End of the line. Everybody out. You've got a meeting with Commander Triton.
Heading that way now.
He's fresh out of the academy, but he's supposed to be good. Good luck on the planet, sir.
Your advice boils down to doing nothing, and that I cannot do.
Sir, I respect your bravery, but if you see this through personally, you will be dead. And whose leadership will we have then? If Command's description is correct, I believe you're the bounty hunter sent to assist us. This is Commander Triton, and I am Udris.
Lieutenant Halpern sent word you would be coming, and we've never had greater need of you.
Colonel Vanis, the commander of this base, is missing. We fear he's dead, along with all the most experienced men from this base.
Not many non-humans have the ear of a base commander.
Yes, well, my influence is entirely up to Commander Triton.
Our Chiss allies have valuable knowledge of the planet. Udris is advising me during this emergency.
An emergency that grows more dire every moment the Colonel is missing. This was the distress call we received.
Scout 1 to Dawn Base! Heavy casualties! Taking heavy casualties! We're under attack! We can't see the...
What on this world could take out an armed group of officers?
Besides the Republic, there are Wampers, pirates. Mostly aliens unafraid of the Empire.
But we can't simply cower in our base when the mission is to damage and exhaust the Republic.
And our men can't do it. Commander, this visit is a gift to us from fate.
Sounds like a big problem. Can you tell it to me again, in credits?
We'll pay any price you name. Find Colonel Vanis, or at least tell us what we're up against.
Our best case scenario is that Colonel Vanis's communications tipped off the Republic, and he's gone quiet.
But if I were out in that cold, I'd have called for a rescue. If you can find the Colonel, everyone on this base is in your debt.
Nothing but a bunch of namby-pamby cowards on this frozen rock. Think I like hearing my teeth chatter and knees knock, my sweat freeze and breath blind me? Not a scrap. But I got a job to do, and by gum I aim to do it.
You might have need of me.
Whoa, sorry about that, didn't see you. Kind of snowblind, I guess. None of those remarks were aimed at you. In fact, my mission calls for someone of your obvious capabilities. Colonel Vanis left orders to stop the Republic from tracking our deployments here. I figured out the enemy's MO, but need the firepower to squash it.
What you got in mind?
Republic scouts have set up a series of short-range relays. Need to activate one to jam their communications. Can't activate without a data card from one of the scouts. Gonna have to get one of them the old-fashioned way. You game?
Where should I begin?
Republic scouts range around the lower ruins, spying on us and disappearing. Get a data card off one of them, and then find one of their relay consoles in the outer edge. I'll be here and can jam their relays once you're done. You're done great! Got the activation signal from the Republic data relay, and we're already jamming their comm. Thanks to you, things are getting hot round here.
I found Colonel Vanis. He was dead. Murdered by Republic Tals.
Tals. That would make sense. Cold adapted, Republic aligned. I've not killed their kind before. What about you, Commander?
What? Yes, of course.
The base awaits your orders, Commander.
We are having deep morale issues in the forward outpost. I must show them that we can triumph without Colonel Vanis. Now is the time for reprisals. These chittering animals will not get away with this. I want 10 of the Republic to suffer for every one of ours dead. I want every last Tolls wiped out, their heads on sticks out in the frost.
Anything you'd like to add?
The main thrust of the plan is sensible, but given our limited knowledge, I suggest the plan be refined before use. A covert action is advisable, or we'll end up wiping out one group and causing the rest to go into hiding. I have data arrays we could install in their communications link. If we did that, we could locate and estimate their numbers before we hit them.
They weren't carrying handheld comms. They've probably got way stations. I can bug those.
This sounds plausible. As much as I hate to admit it, Udris is usually right about these things.
Commander! Come in, Commander!
Go ahead, Scout 5.
We found a nest of Tolls on the ice lake. Too many to engage. Transmitting coordinates now.
Our luck is changing. If we can get those arrays into whatever they're using for communications, we'll soon know what we need.
When you're done, report to the forward outpost. It's closer to the lake, and the men there can see your success in...
Good to hear from you. We've been receiving the feed from the data arrays, and what we've learned is quite interesting. We had assumed there were 1, perhaps 2 groups of Tolls out there. We found 6. Had we attacked earlier, we would have gotten 1 group and the other 5 would have gone to ground.
Now that we've tracked them, it is time to exterminate them.
Commander Triton and I believe we have the answer.
The good part is we know how many Tolls there are. The bad part is we don't have enough forces to hit all 6 groups at once. We have devised a plan to put the Tolls in position for a killing blow. Their supplies, weapons, medical equipment, and the high-calorie food they require, all of it is stored in one central location. They may be adapted to the cold, but without their supplies, they wouldn't last a week. So we will destroy their cache.
So instead of fighting Tolls, you want us to fight hungry, angry Tolls?
They should be able to mount one counterattack before hunger weakens them. If I were them, and suddenly without food, I would raid this base. So we will amplify our defenses here and spring the trap shut. Unfortunately, getting at their supplies may be difficult. They are in a series of ice caves overrun by Wampers.
That sounds like a pretty unforgiving security system.
Wampers can be fooled. A combination of synthetic pheromones and body language could make them think a Tolls is part of their pack. All the more reason to bring back their equipment. We could learn much from the Tolls.
The last thing you'd want to do in a Wampa cave is weigh yourself down.
You'd be surprised how much I can carry.
Very well then. Who am I to say if you've gone mad? Take anything of theirs that gives them aid or comfort. Make them come crawling. Let them know who the masters of this miserable world are.
Here you are. Watch out. The Tolls will want this back.
Excellent. I will search through this once the coming battle is over.
Which won't be long. Our sensors will catch the Tolls and our anti-personnel guns will obliterate them.
Commander! Commander! There's reports of a Tolls attack.
Excellent. What wing are they headed for?
No wing, sir. They're at the power station. They're overrunning the guards. They brought bombs.
These Tolls have no fear. Even when their army is at its last breath, they want to take us down with them.
If they kill the power station, we'll have no heat. We'll have to evacuate or we won't last past nightfall.
Don't tell me you didn't think of this.
The station's guards won't be able to hold off the entire Tolls force.
I'll call for reinforcements from Adama's orbital. They should be able to land within the hour. Just get to that power station, and quickly.
Your pathetic gargling only displays your ignorance.
Lieutenant Oron reporting in, my lord. Our company is on the ground and we have secured the perimeter.
Tell me you cut off their retreat.
We're the orbital reserve, sir. We did what we came to do. We'll finish up here. If you return to Dawn Base, Commander Triton will no doubt want to congratulate you in person.
And you say the entire Tolls force was held off single-handedly by some bounty hunter?
It sounds incredible to be sure, but here, I'll let you talk directly. Sir, our gratitude is overwhelming. We were just talking about you. May I introduce Moff Braynor, overseer of the Hoth system, among others.
You flatter me.
If not for you, Dawn Base would have been lost, and all the outposts that depend on it. It is for that reason I ask you your opinion. Would you say Commander Triton or just Captain Udris was more instrumental in the base's defense?
Captain Udris's advice formed most of our key strategies. We relied on him heavily.
That is as I expected. Very well. Captain Udris, you are now Colonel Udris. I am putting the base's welfare in your hands until further notice.
Seems you've broken down a few barriers, Colonel Udris.
Thank you. This is unprecedented. You do me great honor, Moff Braynor. I will have the base at inspection quality immediately.
Sir, if I might ask, do you think the enlisted men will have a problem taking orders from Colonel Udris?
You mean will they refuse orders from a Chiss? They will at first. Then they will be made examples.
You could demonstrate your commitment by helping win the men over.
That is an excellent idea. I will begin immediately. Thank you, Moff Braynor. Colonel Udris.
That will be all.
Well, that went better than expected.
I suppose we should be happy we don't have pirate problems here.
He's referring to another security failure. Captain Revar at Leth Outpost lost a reactor substation to the Whitemore pirates. We have asked much of you, but Captain Revar has not, and his soldiers desperately need relief at the Leth Outpost. If you have the time, look in on them.
Agua Bosca Puño, Bosca! Tula musta kitrita nini, tanu valuya witiba. No, kavaja ulnui gusche puño.
Who's responsible for this?
Wasta micha kolkuka tumaji, ta ushagua upa. Chopechuta, kasoyeli choi rato, kapachuta.
Just point me in the direction of the action.
Chopechuta, kasoyeli choi rato, kapachuta. Poguache chopa chimpa nolia, makachisa.
The pirates were stealing power for their own uses. They won't be doing it anymore.
Chaskun ridupacha tomaya. Tanta zuza cheska pukta, glis kataka dawata.
What is this? I asked not to be disturbed. Ah, it is you. Commander Triton and that Chiss fellow spoke well of you. Make yourself at home. I was busy calculating our chances in case the Republic attacks. It looks grim. If they bring a force of any real size, we're doomed.
If you have enemies, send me at them. You will be safe soon enough.
Our skeleton crew is willing to fight, but we need automated guns to make up for the lack of numbers, and those eat power. What we really need is to tap into the nearby geothermal power substation, but it's been taken by the Whitemore. We don't have the manpower to take on those pirates, and we've got a base that'll black out in any sustained fight with the Republic.
I've never heard of Imperials backing down from a fight with pirates.
They're Hawks, part of a group called the Whitemore, 2.5 meters of muscle each. The last time they captured our men, they made them dig their graves in the ice using only their hands. Then they buried them alive. I couldn't chance that happening again, so we haven't attacked their power substation. But your odds look good.
I could do it, but in a Republic attack, they will cut your power first.
You mean like a Dawn base? We've thought of that. Once it's ours, half of our turrets will be installed to cover the power substation. This is an energy coupling you'll need to install when you've eliminated all resistance. It should divert flow back to the outpost. With that power, our guns will be operational and give us a fighting chance. Go in strength. You did it. We're running on geothermal power now. We blew a circuit when it came on, but that was easily fixed. Did the Hawks prove difficult?
The job's done. Now we settle up.
I don't believe we discussed credits, but if that's the price for the outpost's survival, we can accommodate you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to oversee the deployment of our sensors and weapons. We've already begun the installation of our defense systems, and we're on schedule to be done before nightfall.
Sir, the Republic frequencies are alive with chatter. They somehow knew we had a power surge just now, so I swept for bugs and I found this. An energy monitor.
You've got my attention.
The key thing is, they saw our power readouts and were shocked into action. And that's not good. They won't attack here. They'll bomb the main geothermal reactor to black out the entire sector.
How well defended is this reactor?
It's an Ortolan community that keeps the mechanics running, and they won't put up much resistance. They're too used to knuckling under the Whitemore pirates there. But the Republic is sending snowtroopers from Zero Squad. If I were a gambler like the captain here, I'd bet on them.
Let's not waste any more time.
Zero Squad is the Republic's best. If you defeat them, just think of the humiliation.
All civilians need to evacuate the station. Step away from the console with your hands on your head. I said, step away from the console with your hands on your head!
Hey, you. Hello?
Intruders! I've got intruders in the shaft room!
Right in the kisser.
La monnoia. Olla lula. Cosa sansuka na nano. Nano. Una nulazzo.
Why trust me with it?
Urla da bada, parolada budai, no bada do bada do ballo. Urla barasno, no las na urla barolala, nek. Alo da bada, nek, parogado bada.
You provide the expertise, and the Empire will provide protection.
There
they are! Get them!
It's over. The reactor is secure, and the Empire now has a deal with the Ortolans.
I was hoping they'd stay on. The last time we took over a reactor, we had to translate all their labels into BASIC. I'll ask Command to send reinforcements there. Looks like we're going to be holding some ground after all.
You said pirate outposts are hooked up to the reactor. What happens to them?
We cut their power and watch them run to a shelter with heat. They're easy pickings then. But such trifles are our duty, not yours. You would be more useful at Thesh Outpost on the glacier. The captain there is a friend. He's been wounded, and his outpost is battling a group of survivalist fanatics called the Hailstorm Brotherhood. You could make the difference.
I have other matters in mind.
I see. Well, too much to be hoped for, I suppose. If you'll excuse me, I need to go check on the installation process for our guns. Good day.
Pampaula ji ota kakoga huta no pisto. Poya toka changa goptula do batawana wanki. Se gota do muti ki hasa da puño. Liz di woto.
What are you selling?
Moja jo chaluka. Kunachi do niktitoki saya tupi no aviti. Umpa hupa. Jikilia umpasa do biska. Kabanotase makipuna. Malituta odmishka.
I can't be bested by some pirates, adrenalized or otherwise.
Pampaula ji ota kakoga huta no pisto. Chonki faguta jiho poda ji oto vokise.
Compared to my other jobs, this'll be nothing.
Chioto Flingola. Ay, chuba de naga bakawa. Liska taka, yayoska ukle yuga chesko pukuta. Kuchusa yomata chitoya, asubwi mota uipa.
Care to elaborate on that? No point in letting the pirates sell all that spice. The spice has been destroyed, and the pirates along with it. Is this job finished?
Please return to the medical bay. You may further injure yourself by walking.
I heard you the first 5 times. Now be silent. I have an outpost to defend. So, you made it past the pass in the mountains. I'm surprised the Hailstorm Brotherhood let anyone through.
Who's in this Brotherhood, exactly?
They're a cult within the Whitemore Pirates, humans from some other ice planet that test themselves living in the cold. They survive in the snow even better than the Tals, and they've cut us off from any hope of supplies. You see this wound? Dressed it with seasonings from the rations when we ran out of Kolto. In a few days, we'll be eating boot leather to survive.
There's no glory in dying. Can you make it back to another outpost?
No retreating. I've spent too long in this ice patch to be driven off by some half-dressed freaks. Besides, they track us and attack. The Hailstorm Brotherhood are lying in wait in a pass between hills near here. You may be able to find them and wipe them out. Could you do this? Could you face the Brotherhood?
You've hired yourself a hunter.
Good. We will see how they fare when someone else has the advantage of surprise. Then, when you have the bodies piled... curse it, another stitch.
Sir, I did say you need to be on bed rest.
Very well. The Brotherhood like to use downed speeders as bait. They should be easy enough to find. Good hunting.
I found the Hailstorm Brotherhood you spoke of. The pass is clear.
Is that so? Glad to hear their bodies are finally getting colder. Those maniacs have laughed at us for far too long. But here's something they don't know. We found out where they hide. The Hailstorm Brotherhood make camp in an open-air fortress cut out of the ice, not far from here. I guess caves were too easy. They obey what their beloved Master Sav tells them to. He's their legend, a man who can survive anywhere. Kill the head of their little personality cult, and the body will fall apart.
He's got Master in his name. Is he on the Jedi Council, or is it just a nickname?
We assume he doesn't use the Force, or else he wouldn't be able to teach his skills to so many. He's tapped into something in the human body, which makes him and his followers plenty dangerous. If you go into that ice fortress, don't give him any chances.
I like killing cultists. It makes me feel like I'm tidying up the galaxy.
Agreed. But I have one final request. Master Sav is responsible for this. For me. For my men. When you kill him, you let him know what a mistake he made leaving me alive.
It seems you have some skill, stranger. You are not the effete little warriors they usually send our way. I suppose you were also the one who slew so many in the White Ridge Hills.
Captain Eth said it was a mistake to leave him alive.
Ha! Well, I will not be snuffed out like a candle on a shelf. If I am defeated, it will be a fight to remember. For you, I have a challenge.
Do your worst.
I speak of the crypt, where only the truly strong dare fight. Its fog will soak you through in seconds and steal all warmth from your body. It is then we discover who we truly are. Join me in battle, one against one, fighting for our lives. Nothing is more pure, in this world or any other.
Then we will meet in this crypt.
Yes, and there you will meet Oblivion.
Master Sav. Master Sav. You've killed him.
Who might you be?
I am Seeker Kabath.
I serve Master Sav, or did. You have done what no one could do. Master Sav believed nothing could kill him. We walked in his footsteps, testing the limits of the body. But it's clear from your ordeal in the crypt that you surpassed him.
Do I have to take on the rest of you crazies?
No. Your potential is rare and inspiring. I would no sooner destroy you than tear apart a priceless painting. With the proper technique, you might resist the elements as we do. I would be honored for you to learn from me.
If you feel you can teach me.
Sit with me then. Close your eyes and breathe. Each of us has a fire burning within our body. If tended to, it can blaze hot enough to protect us. Good. I see the signs in you. With practice, the cold will hold no danger to you. Now I will gather the rest of the Brotherhood and leave this planet. If you see a hailstorm brother from this moment on, they are not loyal to me. Deal with them as you see fit.